Hello everyone, I'm Mike Stas. I'm a fourth year PhD student from UC Riverside. We're a part of the CARNATIONS Student Spotlight. And our work is mainly on looking at how global navigation satellite system jamming and spoofing affects connected automated vehicles. Behind me is a connected automated vehicle that I've been working on. It has all the technology that you would expect in other autonomous vehicles. So we have a communication module which handles the communication between vehicles and to other vehicles and also to infrastructure. We have a sensor suite which basically records the surrounding environment and detects things like cars, pedestrians, and so on. We also have a control module which controls the motor for acceleration and regenerative braking. And we also have a computational module which takes in all the sensor data, processes that data, and provides planned trajectories and planned motions. Systems like GNSS are fundamental for this type of vehicles as it provides the position and the timing for different modules. So it provides the positioning information for your map matching module, which tells us essentially where the car is on the map within an intersection, for example, and provides timing information for our communication modules, which allow us to communicate between different cars and infrastructure. Now, if that information is disrupted, whether it's by jamming, where it's a complete denial of service, where you just lose those information, or by spoofing, where you essentially trick the vehicle to think it's in a different position or a different time, if those are disrupted, it can turn dangerous very quickly. To tackle this, we are running controlled experiments in secure facilities where GPS is being spoofed and jammed safely. Now, using that information, we're able to see how autonomous systems behave when GPS is compromised. So, for example, we can see how our communication gets affected if we're being jammed or spoofed, or how our path planning system gets affected when the car thinks in a different place, or it doesn't have a position to begin with. Now, using all that data, we're able to create protective layers that can mitigate those types of jamming and spoofing attacks. So for example, if we detect that a car is at a specific location, but that car tells us it's at a different location, that could be autonomous spoofing. And then what we can do is we can modify our communication systems to warn that vehicle that it's being spoofed and that it should rely more on other types of sensors. Or for example, we can tell the other surrounding vehicles that we're being jammed and we cannot have any information to send out, so that they can also be aware that our information might not be fully trustworthy. This research is being done as a part of the US DOT CARNATIONS UTC Center, where its mission is to toughen, augment, and protect. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're toughening those connected automated systems against vulnerabilities. We're augmenting them with cross-check functionalities to make sure all the information is reliable. And then we're protecting them from those cyber-physical threats. The impact of this work goes just beyond one project or one vehicle. It's about moving the US towards autonomous systems where it can safely deploy self-driving cars and connected cars. In order to do that, the public and the regulators need to know that those systems can work safely. Not just only when everything's working perfectly, but also when they're under attack or some signals are being disrupted. This building of trust is the thing that's needed for those systems to go from prototypes to real-world vehicles and being on the road safely, thus helping the US transportation become more innovative and secure.